Yo.
What is good, my boys? We are back with another episode of the Radical Souls Podcast. It is Tuesday, December 15th. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ethan. Hit that subscribe button up below. And don't forget, giveaway is coming this week.
Yes, sir. What are we giving away? What you
We
away,
give it a nice pair of 11s, you know? Just a little sneak peek.
Ooh.
Got right beside me, you know?
Give the people what they want.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Icy bottoms, you know?
It's clean.
It's a free pair. We just throwing it. That's it. Pay that pair.
We're not going to give away that pair now, but, you know. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Anyways. Threw that shit like Bobby Schmurder's hat. But,
Yo, I just noticed that shit never came down either.
Yo, so let's get into this, guys. We had a great NFL weekend, a lot of great games, a lot of blowouts, a lot of poopy situations going on Monday Night Football that we got to talk about. NBA is back. We got some big news out of Milwaukee. We saw some preseason games. Even Ethan was watching our Knicks, and he even had a take on the Knicks. So, you know, that's just proof that basketball's bad, that he's watching garbage. Just to watch.
I'll watch anything at this moment.
And then we're going to open up with what opening topic, Ethan?
We're starting with the winter stories that we have for Christmas.
Word. I like that. All right, guys, let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So, Ethan, you wanna introduce this opening topic real quick?
Yeah, it's the winter. I know me and Chris are not in New Jersey at the moment, but
Not at the moment, no.
But we live there. We know we had to deal with winter. We deal with snow and deal with many things out there.
You want me to give the background on where this came from, where it stemmed from?
Yeah.
So, for the people that don't know, because you guys are blessed fucks that live in Florida and other states that are very warm, it's supposed to snow out here. And don't mind me. I don't mind the snow at all. I love the snow. I just hate when it's OD snow and I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of my day or the day after that. They're projecting a nor'easter to rock this area where we're getting anywhere from 8 to 12 inches at night, 1 to 3 inches during the day. And they're saying that if it aligns the right way, we could see like up to 18 inches out here. And in some parts of Pennsylvania, they're getting like 2 feet.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's how it's looking out here.
Not gonna lie to you, I wish I was there.
Like I said, I like it. I just hate the part of what
I don't like the aftermath of snow. When the snow's coming down and you're looking at it, it's real cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice. But yo, the aftermath is kind of what you don't want to be in.
Yeah, you look outside, you're like, oh, nice. So the snowplows haven't come through here yet, so I'm trapped in my house now.
No.
Word.
And now there's no electricity. Oh, that's great. It's just
Word.
fucking freezing.
Wear my coat, some Timbs and shit.
God, bruh, that's the worst.
So we're going to talk about some of those snow stories, you know, the aftermath, the during the maths, and just either the funniest or some of the like craziest moments you've had in the snow. So who wants to start off?
Go ahead, East, start off.
I'll start off.
Mine's just kind of fucked up, so I don't want to.
I think all of ours are messed up, but I'm
Yeah.
scared for yours. I'll always remember this to this day. I want to say it was a fight going on. Me and my dad went to my brother's house, like a UFC fight.
Oh, okay.
Fight.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
no, like a
damn, you
fight.
just over
No.
here watching fights, bro?
No,
people fight.
it was a boxing or UFC match. I forgot, but before it started, me and my dad went to get beer, and him going up the steps, he slipped and fell down every flight of steps, basically.
Damn.
So it was
Damn.
just straight ice.
He looked like Meek Mill out here when Meek Mill like fell out the stairs and shit.
Yeah, like it was funny, but at the moment we were like, oh shit, he actually fell. So me and my brothers had a good laugh just watching him fall down the flight of steps. But I always remember this to this day.
Oh, man.
All right, Chris, you want to go next or you want to leave yours for last?
Well, mine's is, all right, I'll go. Mine's is kind of fucked up because it fucked up my car. So, like, everybody knows when you start parallel parking and shit in New Jersey and when it snows, like, you wait for the plow to come out, but you still gotta plow your little tires to come out. You got to shovel your tires to get out and stuff. So no, This guy in front of me had one of them those big trucks, I got to compromise for something else trucks. And trucks that got like fucking 20-inch lifts and shit. He was like, nah, why do I have to do that? I shouldn't have to plow with these big ass tires. And he comes and just clocks backwards. Yo, my whole front end of my Volkswagen said clocked in, and then when he pulled out, he took my grill with it. And I watched it as I was coming down of the apartment in Clifton, and I was like, wow. All right, bro. And he just kept going.
He was just dragging it.
He just left. He just took my bumper with him, and I was like, or not my bumper, my grill with him, and I was like, all right, bro, you got it, I guess. And then I had to fucking come here and sorry that I'm cursing a lot, but it brings back bad memories. I had to track him down when he got home from work. I waited outside my window because thank God I was like working from home that day. I had just went across the street to like the Quick Check just to get like juice and shit. And I was like, wow, like, all right, like, whatever. I was like, I don't want to call the cops. Like, this is like, it's not a big deal. But low-key, I should have called the cops because it would have been handled a lot easier. Bro, the guy ended up, it had taken me like 3 weeks to get this guy to pay my grill and shit.
Jesus.
But that's my snow story.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
My snow story is a little more innocent, but then it turns out to be something worse. So, when I lived in New York at the time, my uncle lived like 3 blocks away, so he used to come over, and me and my dad and him, we used to have snowball fights and shit. So remember, I played baseball. This was when I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, so I'm like in the learning phases of baseball and shit, yada, yada, yada. Yo, so tell me why I make a snowball, right? I see my uncle, yo, I just straight up launch a ball. Shoof, no problem.
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
Yo, it hits him in the ear mad hard, right? Yo, next thing you know, we look down. There's a fucking block of ice on the floor that happened to be part of that snowball that blew up on his ear, and I cut his ear with that ice block that ends up leaking down his face. So we had to go inside.
God.
The fucking, I felt terrible. I'm like, damn, I made a snowball. In the middle of the snowball happened to be an ice block, and my uncle's like bleeding, like down his ear and shit, onto his neck and shit. Like, it was OD cut. Like, I legit just cut his shit up with an ice ball.
Wow. You're a horrible nephew.
But then karma ended up getting me later on when I was like in middle school playing with my friends one day, and one of them threw one and ended up being a fucking ice block that scratched my face like right here. So, and at that time we're all, seasoned veterans in baseball, so niggas had arms, and that shit, I just remember the snow blowing up on my face like all over the place and just feeling like mad burning right here. I'm like, yo, this shit burns. I look and I just see a long ass scratch. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I'm wild with these snowballs.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But that was my snow story. Hopefully this nor'easter don't, OD on my power because I kind of want some heat.
That's literally worse when you got to walk around with 3 pair of socks on, 2 long sleeves,
A coat.
a beanie on, and you're like, all right, bro. Like, I guess I got to walk around like this all day.
I'm going to have to find my beanie because y'all know I don't rock hats anymore because of this situation I got inside my head. So I got to see where I got some beanie somebody gave me for a Secret Santa last year.
Gotta stay warm.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
So,
But
speaking of snowstorms and shit, your boy Giannis about to be caught up in a lot of snowstorms in Milwaukee from here on out.
he about to be throwing that money up too. 5-year max deal. Shit.
228 mil.
Damn. Isn't that LeBron numbers almost? Or is that higher than LeBron?
It's probably a little lower.
Might be
right?
Might be a little lower. Only thing that gets confusing is because I feel like LeBron's never done like a real long-term contract like that. So you'd have to look at the yearlies, honestly.
Oh, he did. His last big-term contract was 4-year, 153. He was getting almost 39 a year. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a little higher. 4-year, 153.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still on that deal. 39. Damn.
He was extended too. He had it on 95 mil to
2 years. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. So his average salary before was 39. Now it's about to be like 50 something after winning that chip. Jesus Christ. That is ridiculous.
Is Giannis worth it, you think?
I mean, they obviously think he's worth it, but you gotta like, I don't know if he's. You can't say that you don't know if he's worth max money. I feel like this next year or two is gonna pan out whether he's really worth max money or not.
I agree.
If he takes that next step and lets them get to the Eastern Conference Finals at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if he becomes that leader, yeah, damn, this guy's gonna average 48 million a year.
Jesus.
Oh shit. I'm looking at his contract now. His last year, he's gonna average 51 million.
Yeah, it has a player option on his contract that last year.
Yeah, that is crazy.
E, what about you? You think Giannis is worth that super max?
I mean, going for the Bucks, they have no other decision because then you just start over, and then how do you get a superstar like Giannis? Like, how do you miss out on that? So, long term, yeah, you just secure him. Worst case, you trade him later on. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, would you not give him max money? I mean, because he's gonna get it from somebody else.
Exactly.
So. I wanted to bring up what you brought up. Who's making almost as much as Giannis?
Way off P. I just still don't understand how he's making close to him. After that last playoff performance and that past season, Paul George don't deserve that at all.
That is a fact.
I mean,
he's making almost LeBron. He's at 35 a year. LeBron's at 38, so 39. So
yeah, that's OD. He should be at least.
And now he's gonna be making the same as LeBron at 45.
Yeah,
with this contract extension,
should definitely be like in the 30s, no more than 35 at all.
Agreed.
Damn,
that's wild.
Great.
They get into the bag, damn.
Yeah, imagine he's gonna be 34, making 48 mil his last year.
Jesus,
that's a lot, dog.
That's OD.
Yeah.
So let's bring up another player with a crazy contract, James Harden. I don't know if you guys have heard. For people I haven't heard, we'll explain this a little bit. James Harden is not trying to play in Houston at all. Like, he ain't feeling it. He's like, yo, I want to get traded. He did go to practice today. He should be playing tonight in the preseason game. But he has made things kind of complicated. Only way that he's getting traded to Brooklyn is if they give them Kyrie and picks. The only way he's going to the 76ers is if they give up Ben Simmons and picks. Do you guys think it's worth the risk?
Chris, why you say that?
Too much money. Just straight up. Next year you got to pay him close to 50 mil, and then the year after that you got to pay him 50 mil again. So, I don't know. Do you think Houston's going to stay with that contract?
I mean, he don't want to play there. It's not like they could really stay with him. They're going to have to at some point give up and just be like, all right, yo, we'll take this.
Yeah. So,
what about you?
I was going to say, I think Philly's probably a better look, but what you think, D?
I agree. I think if he goes to Philly, that would be a good look, depending if they keep Simmons or Embiid. He just wants the ball time. So you can't really play around certain players. Like, Westbrook wasn't it. He was by himself before, so you give Tobias Harris and Embiid, I think you can make it far.
Yeah. I can see him and Ben Simmons clashing, though, if they don't give up Ben Simmons.
I was about to say, you think that Ben Simmons or Harden duo would work at all? That's if they were to keep him.
Nah. I don't know. I don't think so. I think one of them's got to conform to the other, which I think that's what went wrong in Houston. They didn't want to conform to each other's playing style, and it just made things 20 times worse.
Exactly.
So.
Word.
No.
Yo, can we get into the Knicks a little bit? Just the smallest smidge.
Yeah. Can we talk about how they kind of looked pretty good? I mean, coming into the preseason, I was, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't that mad about it.
The only thing I'm mad about is free throw shooting. Honestly, their free throw numbers are terrible. They're shooting no more than I want to say like 60% from the free throw line right now.
Yeah.
As a team, so they can clean that up a little bit. That's going to be good in these games because coming into the season, we knew the 3-point shooting was going to be terrible.
Yeah,
And if you could hit a few more free throws, maybe you keep these games a little bit closer. And especially if you could hit at least like one or two more threes.
that's true. I mean, I'm happy that they're the number one team with cap space on their freed up cap space on their books. So I'm very happy about that. Hopefully, they utilize that correctly.
Facts. Ethan, what do you think? I know you're watching the Knicks game Friday because there was nothing else to watch, and it's better to get your perspective because you're a Knicks hater. So it's only right that we got
Thank you.
each view of everything. You feel me?
I appreciate that. I'm happy you realize that. The rookie and the sophomore, those are your two biggest playmakers I see. RJ, he had a bad first half, but that second half he had like 17. He was going off. The rookie to the him getting to the paint is insane. Like
Obi Toppin,
he
filthy,
filthy. Like he can get to the bucket with no problem. It's just the shooting. I seen him hit that backboard and it just didn't look pretty.
Thanks.
And it's just I think he's just trying to figure out Tom Thibodeau, like who's the starting lineup, who's gonna be play more minutes. I think Frank deserves to play point guard, in my opinion.
I know Chris isn't too fond of Frank Ntilikina.
I am not. I like the other rookie, Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was aggressive as hell.
Yeah, I really liked his play style and how you say he's very aggressive. He could shoot the ball. He could, you know what I'm saying, dish it out. It's one thing I feel like Frank doesn't have. I feel like Frank is very aggressive too, but I feel like he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if I just haven't seen him shoot like that, but I feel like his shot ain't up there.
Nah,
Or do you disagree?
It's only up there in the corners. Anything else is kind of like iffy, and even the corners are a little iffy. So I feel like the main thing with him has been decision making because sometimes he has a wide open three and like he'll think about it and then he'll pull and I'm like, yeah, you see, you thought about it. That's already your first fuck up.
Yeah.
But what Ethan was saying, RJ Barrett, he's looking good, bro. That second game, he had 25 points. He was really doing his thing, and he if he can get going. And, I like what they're doing with Mitchell Robinson where they're not just handing the job to him and they're kind of forcing him to be more aggressive. Because last game he had like 5 fouls in 12 minutes. Like, you gotta force Mitchell Robinson to really unlock some potential, especially because he didn't go to college. Like, you gotta just get whatever you can out of him and really push him.
That's true.
So
how do you feel about what's it called? Randall.
I think we're gonna have to keep Randall until at least the trade deadline because you don't have a lot of scoring on this team. Like you really just gotta. I think it hurts you more to trade Randall and give up like potential points that can help others develop than really force the ball into RJ Barrett's hand a little more. And RJ Barrett, everybody knows, is your best scorer, so he struggled a lot last year because of that. You give up Randall, you're gonna have nobody scoring the ball like that at will, and you give up 20 points minimum. Like that helps a lot for everybody.
That's true. And I mean, relatively speaking, he is still young. I mean, he has, I would say a few more years to develop a little more until he hits. What is he, like 25, 26, something like that. So
he's around that range.
So, I mean, I could still see a lot more development out of him, especially now under Thibodeau. So, let's see.
Word. You guys still strong on your Rookie of the Year candidates, or you guys want to switch since we've already seen LaMelo Ball play a little bit?
No switching. That man's gonna be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, his little sidestep three was all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he can. I'm glad he can actually shoot in an American basket. So, we'll see.
Ethan, how you feeling about the Thunder? I know you haven't been able to see much, but what have you been hearing? What have you been the rumors around you guys?
All I hear is draft picks, and we better get something for it. That's all I hear. I'm just looking more towards the future already. This year is just whatever.
It's a throwaway for you?
Yeah, just tank, in my opinion.
Just play it. What type of tanking you want? You want the tanking of play the youngins and just straight youngins, or like play who deserves to start and let them work?
Play shot, play Dort, play all the youngins, and do what you gotta do. Cause Everybody else, George Hill, like Al Horford, we can't keep. We just shouldn't
I
at all.
never understood the Al Horford thing. I mean, I understood because the picks, you guys, all you gotta do is dangle a few picks in your faces, and you guys are drooling, and that's it right there. But let's
Makes
see.
no sense.
We got the Thunder playing the Bulls tomorrow in preseason. We got the Knicks and Cavs, so we're gonna get a first look at Ethan's
Ooh.
Thunder, and we'll be able to see the Knicks yet again for the third time.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
And then we got the season starting 1 week from today,
Yes, sir. Very excited. Very excited.
which we'll be doing game picks for. So we gotta be we'll have some fun when we have 200 games at the end of all of this pick.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
yeah.
wow. That's gonna be a mess.
But speaking of game picks, let's get into the NFL. Where would you guys like to start? Would you guys like to start from order of Sunday, or do you guys want to jump straight into the Monday game now?
Monday, in my opinion.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's start with Monday.
How do you guys feel about Baker Mayfield? I know Chris has an opinion on Baker Mayfield. I know Ethan's not too fond of Baker Mayfield, and I know I've been on the fence about Baker Mayfield. Are you convinced yet after last night's performance?
What do you think, Chris?
I feel like he's solidifying himself more of a mobile quarterback. I mean, he's making a case for it, but he ain't no Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. I mean, when you think of mobile quarterbacks, that's what you want to hear. But I don't know. I'm not convinced on Baker Mayfield yet. He could slide into the end zone all he wants, but how you feel? E?
I agree. I'm not going into the playoffs. I don't think he's ready. I mean, our defense is ready, but that offense with him,
Yeah.
I don't think they're like that. That running group would probably be what saves them. But Baker's not
Yeah,
like that.
honestly. So
I was to add on to Ethan's point. That's going to be one of those teams where you're going to see people say, "All right, we're stopping the running and we're making your quarterback throw, and we're going to see what he can do."
yeah,
Exactly.
and that's when like the mobile quarterbacks really like. If a mobile quarterback doesn't have any sort of running game, you notice that like the team shrivels within itself. Look at Russell Wilson those couple weeks that Chris Carson was out. Look at the Pats now that their running game can't get fucking figured out. Like it's just inevitable if there's no running game with mobile quarterbacks that run around and shit. Like no, because it's easy to put up what is it called, a contained defense, and that's where you're. That's where your running back. I mean, your quarterback's going to stay within the pocket, and he's going to get sacked.
I agree.
They're looking to run the whole time. So, especially younger quarterbacks like that. So,
Word. Biggest question of the Monday night game: did Lamar Jackson really have cramps, or did my boy have to go blow up the bathroom?
Take a dokie.
He definitely blew up the bathroom. There's no
Definitely.
question about it.
I don't know. I'm on the fence because like he was jogging in, he was like kind of dragging his leg, but then I saw homie at the door and he pulled off one of his little like juke moves and like to get by him. So I was like, yo, if you pull it off a juke move, I don't know if you got cramps because I've gotten cramps before and I can barely move. I feel like someone shot me in my leg. And
ain't no jogging when you got cramps at all. So
exactly.
Homie
We saw that second half performance.
Homie had a cramp in his stomach. He was like, "Oh man,
oh man."
Yo, he was like, you definitely had that door like the white chick scene.
Move, bitch.
But you guys still convinced on the Ravens? You guys think this is kind of a game for both of them? That's kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it against other teams.
Believe it when I see it. I don't think they're gonna make noise in the playoffs.
Same.
Word. So let's start with these games, yo. Cardinals Giants wasn't really a surprise. All three of us had the Cardinals. It's funny though because Daniel Jones did kind of make the Giants look worse this week.
He did. They even put Colt McCoy in at the end. So,
yep.
That gives you any more reason to go get a quarterback in the draft.
Yo, Chris wants to get rid of Daniel Jones so bad already.
Bro, I had faith in him in the beginning of the season, like I told you guys, but it's just he's progressively gotten worse, bro. Like, sorry.
No, I feel you. Like now he's
Go.
taking care of the ball, but now he's taking a lot more sacks because he's taking care of the ball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, all right, what you got next?
Buccaneers, Vikings. Buccaneers pulled off that win against the Vikings. No surprise here for us. We all had the Bucks. Any game notes? I know Chris, since you're a Florida dude, I know you were watching that game. They were able to hold Dalvin Cook, not hold them fully because it's Dalvin Cook, but I feel like he didn't scorch them the way people were expecting.
Normally,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good sign.
We called it though. He said it. You stop the run and then you stop Kirk. That's it.
Yeah, especially because Kirk ain't like that. But that secondary is concerning for you guys going into the playoffs, honestly.
And Brady's concerning, in my opinion.
Yeah. I was just literally just gonna say, and Tom Brady's accuracy, his 42-year-old accuracy is pretty concerning.
Agreed.
Next game, we all picked the Chiefs, but that was a game that we're kind of having to sit there and go, yo, what is going on? Patrick Mahomes had 3 picks, dog.
It was brutal.
He had more picks in that game than he's had all season.
Yeah. And you see the one-handed pick from the
Xavier
the
Howard,
that
that was nasty.
was nice. So,
I mean,
how do you guys, now that you look at the opposite side, how do you guys feel about the Dolphins?
as a Jet fan, I'm very upset that I'm gonna have to watch this division slowly become the NFC East, where everybody's like on the level playing field, and every game's gonna matter that much more.
Yeah,
because the Dolphins are really putting it together slowly.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Dolphins this year, at least at the end of the year. Well, not even at the end of the year because they were winning a little bit with Fitzmagic. Kind of have found it out. I mean, it took them over. I couldn't remember the last time the Dolphins been good. So
they had Adam Gase for a while, so I'll cut them some slack in that category.
It took them a minute. Yeah, I remember going to a Dolphins game, and my uncle's a Jets fan, and he had on a Jets jersey, and I had on a Giants jersey, and we walk into the Miami Dolphins stadium, bro. I had to be like 8, and we got like completely booed out, and I remember sitting down in the front and just like hearing people just talk their shit, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, this kid was like 8 years old. Why are you cursing at this kid? Because he has on a jersey. Oh man, I'll never.
Football fans are wild.
Yeah. So I didn't know that rivalry was that wild though between the Jets and Miami.
The NFC East and the AFC East probably have the craziest rivalries in the sense of like just fans wanting to square up.
Fans, right? Yeah, just like. And then in third place is Oakland. Just anybody that plays Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland's another one. Well, Las Vegas now, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Maybe they'll calm down now that they're not in Oakland. But let's see. What else? What you got next?
Next games, I'm gonna just put these two together because these weren't really surprises and ain't much talking points. Titans beat the Jaguars. Cowboys beat the Bengals. Nothing surprising here. Andy throwing had to get his revenge, and the Titans should have beaten up on the Jaguars that they did. Derrick Henry had one more of his crazy games, and like we say every week, why can't nobody stop Derrick Henry? Or all you have to do is stop Derrick Henry, and then you see this, and you're like, oh, okay, word, that's why you can't stop him.
That's exactly why.
He was pushing little boys around. Literally.
Next game, you both had the Bears. I had the Texans. That game did not go the way I thought it was going to go. It was like 36-7.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk too much about that because that was just one of those picks that you even said last week, Ethan. That's going to be a pick that ain't going to go your way, and that's an upset that can, whatever.
Yeah, and I mean Mitch Trubisky with the three TDs, bro, over like 250 yards. I mean, he looked good. So that was
David
a miracle.
Broke out.
Yeah, I was gonna say
80-yard run.
Yeah, and that too. So
let's see, Broncos Panthers. Panthers lost to the Broncos. All three of us had the Panthers, and who would have saw that one coming?
How do you not stop Drew Lock like that? That had me so pissed that game.
Yeah.
Then we had Chris.
No, I was gonna say I didn't watch any of that game, so I wasn't even like that game was like it's just for fantasy football. Because number one, like as soon as Fant hit the field, he got hurt, and then old boy that I have the wide receiver, I forgot his name, DJ Moore had COVID, so I'm like, you know what, I don't even want to see this game, so I didn't watch any of it.
I had a bye week in one of my leagues, and I had Robbie Anderson in that league, so I was kind of like, whatever. And I saw it on Red Zone here and there, but it was like,
All right, what you got next?
Next game was Colts Raiders. That game was pretty good. Can't lie.
Yeah, Colts, or do you guys got faith in the Colts?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Nah. I think it depends who they play. Like if they play the Steelers, I think they can pull it off. But
And they play the Steelers in like 2 weeks, so we'll figure that out soon.
Rivers is known to just slack in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. No,
Yeah,
I mean they're tied up with the Colts. I mean, well, Colts with the Titans for that division, so we shall see. Kind of. I don't know. I kind of got a little bit of faith in them. Not gonna lie to you. They beat the Packers, so I mean that's a big team. But
It's that defense. That defense is stacked.
Yeah.
It's hard to go around that defense.
yeah,
I don't trust the run game either with that whole committee and jumping between like 3 different people. And I don't know. I'm not crazy about the Colts.
well, what else we got?
We had the Seahawks and Jets. We're not going to get into that. That was an obvious blowout that everybody was seeing.
Yo, 40-3, son. Y'all dead ass.
We're not talking about that. I said that. We're not talking about this.
Damn.
Taking season.
Bro, we suck. It's all right. I know. On the bright side, though, I did like seeing Marcus May have that pick play where he tipped the ball against Metcalf. That was a beautiful sign of hope at one position at least for the Jets. Gotta, Chris, don't give me that look. I gotta have every morale win I can take. All right.
Yo, they stabbed me in the back, yo. But you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they stitched me up in the front after they stabbed me. That's what it sounded like.
You know what it's I mean it's taking appreciation. You feel me? Like it's like if you get stabbed, it's like okay, good looks to stab me once and not stab me like 8 times. You feel me? Like
appreciate it, cuz I think I can recover. Yeah.
Next game, football team 49ers. I was the only one that had faith in the football team. You both picked the 49ers, and that game was pretty close.
The Chase Young, man.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that is a grown man. He looks like a grown man playing amongst little kids, bro. You just seeing him walk up to the line, he's like, that shit is crazy. So, I think they're gonna end up taking that division just based on kind of who they're playing at the end of the year. They're playing, I want to say, the Panthers, Washington, and next week I think they play Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're gonna end up taking it. If they could just beat like 2 out of the 3 teams, I think they win.
I think they play Seattle this week.
Oh, do they?
I think yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That should be a game to watch, definitely.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
then you had the Saints and Eagles. 5 minutes left. We'll get into this game a little bit more, and then we'll actually get into the last game. We all had the Saints. Not to say I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all because I'm like, all 3 of us have been saying this for the last few weeks where we don't believe in Taysom Hill, and Jalen Hurts just kind of came in and said, I'm gonna do my thing, and that gave him the potential, the W at the end of it.
yeah.
I'm saying this.
Bro, that fucking defense looked horrible. It made the Eagles' offense look like all-star, son. Like, they couldn't stop a ding. They couldn't stop anything, bro. It was bad. So, I mean, do you stick with Jalen Hurts now if you're the Eagles for the rest of the year? Fuck it. I mean, I called it. They had nothing to lose, so you got to start him. You got to –
At this point, you just start him and see what you got with him. Like you said, there's nothing to lose. Like,
yeah, you guys, lost I wouldn't say lost the division because they lost the division. I mean, it's close. It's close, but Washington would literally have to lose every single game, and they'd have to win every single game. But they really don't have that much to lose, so I would start him.
I agree.
Facts. And then you had Falcons, Chargers, Packers, Lions. Chargers beat the Falcons. Packers beat the Lions. All 3 of us had those games. And we're gonna leave some more time for this last game. Bills Steelers. I was the only one that picked the Bills, and y'all two picked the Steelers. There is 3 minutes and 35 seconds left, so we are going to get into this for like 2 minutes. You guys want to all make quick comments about what you saw in that game?
Juju should stop dancing at the 50-yard line before games.
Yeah, Josh Allen said, "Yo, they could do all that. We come out here to work." I was like, I like that.
Yeah. So I don't know, dog. How do you feel about it?
Well, first things first. Oh shit.
Damn. First things first. I don't want to talk to you.
Josh Allen is like that. At this point, he just torched the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
Then the whole Steelers offense, Deontay Johnson, he got benched because he can't catch a ball. Like, it's sad at this point.
Yeah, bro. They fucking. I said it last week. They just. I don't know what it is. It's not Big. It's not Big Ben's fault because he's putting it where it needs to be.
Putting it literally right here. They just legit.
They just legit can't grab the ball. I mean, and penalties and stuff on that Pitt defense was just killing. I don't know. It just looked like a sloppy ass game. It just looked like the past 3 weeks they just playing sloppy. So maybe it's the cold getting to them. Maybe the cold in their hands. You know what I'm saying? They just can't push it together. Because literally it would be in their hand and just damn.
I mean, their running game has not gotten going at all either this year. So I'll make a quick comment. Kind of sucks watching the Bills and me having to say that the Bills are good because they traded for Stephon Diggs, and I knew the minute they did that, I was like, yeah, this is a wrap for this division. Stephon Diggs is really going to help this team out. He has. And yet again, Steelers are not like that. I said that a long time ago. Y'all didn't want to listen to me, but it is what it is. At least now you guys can sit here and give me a little bit of credit for making that comment.
I mean, they're still a good team. They just got to figure out their running game and have, guys stop being little bitches and catch passes. I think they'll be okay.
Like I said, I don't see them coming out the first round.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, I don't know about that, but I wouldn't go back to that same conversation that we had a couple weeks ago where it's Chiefs and them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Chiefs is now up there, even though they had a bad game.
Word.
No.
But guys, less than a minute. We'll leave it there. Great talk yet again. We'll be back tomorrow with some fantasy talk, and we're gonna be talking about who moved on, who didn't move on, and we'll be back on Friday to talk about more preseason. And time is ticking on that NBA season to start up.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Word. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Peace.